It's like I can't walk on the ceiling. Oh yeah, got me dreaming, dreaming in colors I never dreamed in. Oh yeah, I let you in deeper than I let anyone else before. Filling up with my broken pieces, took 'em all and made 'em yours. Didn't know what my heartbeat needed. Skipping out, no I can't keep score. When I lose my breath, boy, you got me breathing. Oh, every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Oh, magic. No, I'm never letting go. Now that I have it with you. When you kiss me, it's like the stars fall out the sky onto my heart to cover up what I don't wanna show. I let you in deeper than I let anyone else before. Filling up with my broken pieces, took 'em all and made 'em yours. Didn't know what my heartbeat needed. Skipping out, no I can't keep score. When I lose my breath, boy, you got me breathing. Oh, every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Oh, you take me higher, you take me higher, baby, take me higher. You take me higher, baby, take me higher. You take me higher, baby, take me higher. Yeah, you take me higher, baby.
Welcome to Friday Night Rise, the progressive news show with Let's Be Essery. I am your host, Marlon Clyburn, along with Theus Robinson. I have no idea why they always does that. Tonight's show, we just gonna chill out. This is all the stories that we look at, but we try to look at it from a guy's point of view. It's just a show for guys, and there's no right or wrong answers other than we're right. And we'll just, wing through it. There will not be a Saturday Night Vibe next week. There will not be a Saturday Night Vibe tomorrow. There will be one next week, but there will not be one tomorrow. I am going to celebrate my niecey Pooh's graduation, and ain't no use me trying to rush and get all. It's just wrong to do that. So, no Saturday Night Vibe tomorrow. Radical Truth to Power will be back Sunday. I have no idea what we're going to talk about.
I won't be here for Sunday because it's Father's Day. So,
so there you go.
But the rest of the family might be here, should be here. So there you go.
There you go. The rest of the family will be here. What's going on, Theus?
Man, it's a rough week.
Yeah,
dealing with these folk, but it's cool.
Yeah. Let's see.
How about you?
Long week. Long week. Give me a minute finishing up TYT Juneteenth celebration. And okay, all done. Perfect timing. Hey, Mickey. Oh.
Hey, Mickey.
We also have a Mickey joke, but technically is not a joke, is actually a fact, but it's still in Mickey's warehouse. So without further ado, let's get this party started. Now, this first one, I want to say it's a little controversial. It may actually not be. And I try to put logic towards it. Why is my wife over there just making as much noise as she possibly can? Hello. Hey. Thank you. Jeez. Anyway, the next story is a little controversial, but it may be controversial because I'm trying to make it controversial. It may not, but giving my ex-wife a lot of money.
So, I recently won a large amount of money, like FU money. I won't say exactly how much it is, but it's in the millions. Now, my ex-wife is the mother of my 2 kids. She's an amazing woman and she's good to the bone. We divorced 6 years ago because I had an affair with my current partner. I was in a low place in my life and I really messed up. My wife was in incredible pain, but like a saint, she allowed me to still see our kids, who mean the world to me. She allowed our divorce to be as pain-free as possible despite the fact that I knew she was hurting. My wife is also still close with my parents. She's really respectful to me, although she refuses to talk to my girlfriend. She was actually the first person I phoned, after my mom and dad, when I found out I won the lottery. She was really happy for me. She joked that I could take the kids on a world trip, and that was that. Nothing else. She didn't ask for money, nothing. Now, as soon as I won, I knew I wanted to give her a significant amount, as I still love her. She's the mother of my babies, and I feel this is some tiny way that I can show her that I'm not a complete screw-up. She deserves to know I care, despite my mistakes. My wife also works a crappy job in the public library, which pays her peanuts. She would actually be able to pursue her hobbies this way. It would also help give our kids a better life between us. So long story short, when I told my girlfriend, she was livid. My girlfriend screamed that by giving my ex-wife money that I'm disrespecting her, that I don't owe my ex-wife a single dime. She even accused me of still being in love with my ex-wife. Now I do love my ex-wife, but I'm not in love with her. We've both grown apart, but of course I still love her for being an excellent co-parenting partner and a mother to my kids. My girlfriend is threatening to break up with me if I give my ex even a cent. And to be honest, I'm feeling incredibly relieved over the threats. I don't plan on changing my plans. Am I wrong for doing that?
Diz, I'll let you go first.
This is real simple for me. She's a girlfriend. The hell, I don't give a damn what she wants. She can go. Bye. Hell, this is my money. This ain't your money no way. You a girlfriend. Trade you out like you trade out socks. Talking about.
Now, and
Man,
keep
come
this
on,
in
man.
mind. Keep this in mind, Diz. That's the girlfriend he cheated on the wife with.
I don't even care. Doesn't matter. Yeah, they got that kind of jacked up history, but that's on him. That's not on her. You know, I mean, even if she knew about the wife, which was bad, he is the one who cheated on his ex-wife. So that's on him. I'm just saying she ain't got enough rank for this. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't got no rank, shorty. You come on, man. You a girlfriend. Get the hell on. You ain't breaking up with me because you know I won the lottery anyway. So now you trying to play the card to get married so you could become the next ex-wife. Kiss my ass. Now, as far as like the ex-wife, I ain't gonna lie, man. I mean, I'm married, love my wife to death. We've been married for I don't know, 16 years now. I'd still break my ex-wife off some money, and we don't even have a child that's underage no more because she was a great partner in raising our daughter. She's a good friend, and she ain't gonna get much, but you know what I'm saying? I make sure the people that are close to me are taken care of like that, you know? So my wife might, pull some rank there, but Unless I'm talking stupid, dumb money, which I wouldn't, I seriously doubt she'd have much of an issue. Now, she could still push back though, and I mean, we just have to work that out, and maybe shit don't go nowhere, and the money goes to my daughter, and then she do what the fuck she want to do with it. Take care of your mama that way. But
and that's what kind of bothers me is dude wants to do good by the wife because, in all honesty, she could have just blew this whole thing up. You was the one that cheated. She could have been an a-hole during the divorce. She could have made your life miserable with the kids. She could have did a whole bunch of stuff. She took the high ground. She ain't do none of that stuff. Y'all are great co-parenting. Go about what you was saying. She still, we cool with everything. And the funny thing about it is, you have a little something in you with the wife. Now you say you ain't in love with her because the first person he called was her, not the
after he called his parents.
No, he said.
He said first person I called after my parents was my ex-wife.
Not the girlfriend.
You know what I'm saying? But that's because that's how close they are. Because his girlfriend was probably right there anyway. A nosy ass. But anyway. But my thing is like this, man. Look, because I guess he probably look at it like I look at it, right? Okay, I have how much money right now? Okay. And then I just got, fuck you money. I ain't had none of that money before. See what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, if I went from, a couple thousand to all of a sudden I got 500 mil, that's all make-believe money, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't like I had it 3 days ago. So if there's a time to not be selfish, it's up front. And you look at the people who has done me right, who's been there for me when everything was fucked up. And that's going to be, in his case, his parents, his ex-wife. And I don't know who else he might have in his circle. Maybe he got a sibling or two. I don't know. But that's how he was running the mad. You know what I'm saying? And then you got this selfish ass, you know what I'm saying, I don't know, baby catcher or whatever the fuck she want to call herself, sitting here talking about what you gonna do with your money. You can't tell me what to do on money. You can't tell me to do what to do with a coupon.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? My issue is right there, and I tried to keep my cool about it, but okay, things had to bring it out of me. You can't tell me what I can do with my money. That's just not gonna happen.
My wife can try.
My wife can. You ain't a wife. you ain't. You ain't a wife. Mm-mm. You a girlfriend. You the home wrecker.
And no, she ain't a home wrecker.
She was. She was a home wrecker.
No.
Home wrecker.
He had to decide where to dip his pen.
He made the final decision, but
final decision, hell.
I said he had.
She made the final decision. He made all the decisions up to the final decision.
Okay. Wait a minute. Who, the wife?
The girlfriend. The girlfriend made the final decision, meaning that it's her body. She gets to decide who she interacts with. But everything up to that point, that's on him.
Okay. Well,
paying her any attention, courting her, flirting, sneaking and doing shit she ain't got no business doing, all on him.
Okay. Well, you ain't making this decision. You still a girlfriend.
She probably can't even figure out where the hell they eating dinner. How the hell is she gonna tell me what to do with the money?
Your decision making is over with. Now for the ex-wife, yeah. I mean, I don't have an ex-wife. It would be me and Kim if I ever had an ex-wife. And I guarantee I probably will still break Kim off a little something. Whatever the reason is that we broke up. I just can't see myself just rolling and she's still struggling or whatever.
Well, that's where we differ. Because there's some reasons why my fuck you money will have me also saying fuck you honey. So
it depends on what the reason is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what
okay.
I'm saying? Like,
Well,
we
okay.
irreconcilable differences. We grew apart. Marriage failed. Whatever. Hey, I got you. You got me. When I had nothing, you were there. You had my back. When I was building, we were building together. We were suffering together. We were joyful together. We did all that shit. It didn't work out. All right, cool. I'm gonna make sure you're not broke. Right? You know what I'm saying? I don't even care if I got a 500 mil and then I dropped you 2 mil. Because yes, I ain't giving you what I got. I drop you 2 mil. I don't care if you take that 2 mil and go shack up with some dude in 48 hours. I could care less. I gave you the money. That's your money. Done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But me, I'm gonna be in another country, living a good life. My kids will have passports and easy travel.
Okay. Tracy said girlfriends needs to sit all the way down. Yep. Mickey said,
But I
as
bet
long
you she ain't breaking up. I bet
oh,
she ain't breaking up.
look, okay. Go ahead and leave and see how many people
She
call
ain't
you.
going nowhere. She ain't going nowhere.
As long as he can take care of business at home, the girlfriend should have no say in how he spends the money, and it will help out his children. And that's another thing. This woman is greedy. Let's put it this. The girlfriend is so greedy because all she really wants
She's selfish.
greedy and selfish. She wants the money. She wants all the money. She don't want none of the money going to nobody else but her. Them. So, well, her.
See, I don't think that that's why I said I don't think she's greedy because a lot of people who are like that, she hadn't even got to the stage of greed yet. You know what I'm saying? At this point, it's just a matter of the money is a reflection of your affection for someone else. And that's where she's like, no. You want to give money to your parents? Do that. You want to give money to your brother? Do that. Oh, you want to give money to the woman that was before me?
Mm.
I'm like, I ain't even buying you a bus ticket or Uber. You better go on out of here.
But you said she ain't going nowhere. So it really
She
don't
ain't,
matter.
but I am. Shoot, I can get past her first reaction. Like her first reaction when I bring it to her is, because she's human, right? What you talking about? Blah 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 blah. And I'll be like, yo, this is what I'm doing. So what? You saying you first of all, any girlfriend I've ever had has always known you don't threaten me. It's a bad move. It's a bad move. So you tell me you leaving, that you just made a commitment, right? It's not like we had a fight and you're like, I'm gonna leave. No, you said that shit. We done. We good. You
I would
bye.
literally lie. I would literally lie and say I already gave her the money just to see
See,
her reaction.
I wouldn't even have to do it. I feel you though,
No,
because that way you
that's
can go
see
ahead
her
and hurry
reaction.
her up on her decision. Just
Yeah, I want you to
what
live
I'm
up to
saying
your
is
decision making.
the fact she made the threat, she already made the decision. I'm just gonna hold her to it. Don't threaten
Well, the
me.
threat
No,
was
no,
if you
no.
give her the money, I'm gonna leave. So I'm
So you gave me a threat.
So I'm
So
gonna
you
tell
gave
her
me a threat.
I already gave her the money.
I wouldn't even go that far. We're done right now.
Yeah, we was done anyway. I just wanted to see
I
her
don't need to
reaction.
tell you that I gave her nothing.
We're done anyway. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't like
man,
threats,
please.
but
Yep. I done dump people for eating with their mouth open. You know I'm gonna dump you for doing some dumb shit like that. Come on now. What's wrong with you?
yikes. We are so moving on. this, this right here, this next story. I ain't gonna lie to you. I felt some type of way, and because I've never felt like I'm mad at for me. For me, I've never had a story where I was mad at darn near everybody except the OP. Like it's like, wait a minute, let me think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 6 people. So 3 of the 6 people pissed me off. Just want you to hear this story and see if I'm on the right path of the story is raising my wife's best friend's daughter.
The hell you be watching, dog?
Dude, I'm telling you, you gotta listen to this
Raising
story.
my wife's best friend's daughter.
Right. Listen to the.
That's like the name of a black church. Church of the Rock on the side of the river, up the street.
And around the corner. I'm raising my wife's best friend's daughter.
I'm a 31-year-old man who's married to my wife, Amber, who's 30, and we have a 7-year-old daughter, Emma. The problem is that my wife's best friend, Jennifer, who's 30, has a 7-year-old daughter named Harper, and Harper's dad is a lazy sack of garbage who refuses to do anything with his daughter. He's the type of guy who brags about how he never changed a diaper. Jennifer and her daughter Harper are usually at my house on the weekends because Harper's dad is drinking and watching sports all weekend. On Saturdays, I normally spend all day with my daughter since I don't see her as much as I want to during the week. However, with Harper being there every Saturday, anything I do with Emma, I have to do with Harper too. If I take Emma to the zoo, it's Emma, Harper, and I. I taught them both how to ride bikes, I take them both to dance class, I take them both to the kids' salon, and so on. Mother's Day was the last straw. I took them both to dance class Saturday morning, which Amber and I also pay for both dance classes because the deadbeat won't. On the way home, Emma asked if we could stop to get something for Mom for Mother's Day. I said sure, but then it ended up being the case that I had to buy something for Harper for her mom as well. On the way home, I just kept thinking, why am I buying someone else's wife a Mother's Day gift? That's his job. A few days later, because I didn't want to ruin Mother's Day, I told my wife that I'm tired of raising Harper, and that her real father needs to step up. I'm tired of their family taking away time that I get to spend with Emma. She said that Jennifer is her best friend and that we need to be there for Harper. Now my wife is not speaking to me and sleeping in the guest bedroom, so am I the bad guy?
Man, you a fucking punk ass mother.
Now let me put this caveat in it. Let me put this caveat in there before.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna calm that down.
His mind. Somebody asked the OP, so where is Harper's mom when she comes over on the weekend? And OP said, oh, she stays at home with the wife. And they just talk all day until he comes back.
Okay.
So go ahead, because you want to, he punk ass and all this other stuff.
Yeah, I'm saying, for real, man. Fuck him. You know what I'm saying? Look, everybody got their own way of doing things, right? All right, that's cool. But don't sit here and act like you're such a good dude when you are like begrudging every moment, when you're like the only supposedly positive, stable male figure in this little girl's life. You know what I'm saying? If it's hurting you financially, then maybe we can make some kind of weird case. But the reality is, you have a daughter who has a best friend who's in a fucked up situation, and she's a child. Now, the way I am, any child that associates with my child is my child. So, yeah, if I'm going to the zoo and I know your daddy ain't involved in nothing, I'll take you to the zoo. I'll get you ice cream when I get this one ice cream. I'll make sure you get something for your birthday. I'll make sure you get something for Christmas. I'll make sure that you get to wherever the hell we got to go. If we do it, you in the dance, my daughter's in dance, and you want to be in dance, but your family is broke or your dad is a piece of nothing or whatever. If it don't hurt me financially to pay for you to go to dance class with my daughter, then I'm going to do that too. You know what I'm saying? More men need to step up, man. It ain't enough just to take care of yours. You know what I'm saying? He has a opportunity to be a stabilizing force in this girl's life. And is it his responsibility? No. But what's the alternative here, dog? It's like if you had more than one kid, you telling me you couldn't figure out a way to give the two specialized treatment? Because they're always together. Right? If you got more than one kid, they bunch up. So you find a way to make each one feel special in their own particular rights. Would it be equal? Maybe not, because it's not really your kid. She don't even live there. You know what I'm saying? She's just there most of the time. But yeah, that's something that really bothers me though, Marlon. That pricks a nerve for me, because there's a certain standard that I believe men need to operate at. And what he did, and I know the guy's voice as he read the thing kind of makes it sound a little, but yeah, man, I'd curse that dude out, up, down, left, and right. Fuck him.
Okay. Here's my thing. I personally don't mind doing it. And hell, the way he's been saying it, he has been doing it. But my thing is what the wife said at the end, and that's what kind of irked me a little bit. Is Jennifer, or whatever her name is my best friend, and we need to support her as much as we can. And I'm thinking, but we ain't. You supporting Jennifer, I'm supporting the daughter.
Yes.
Now, I'll grant it. I did feel a certain type of way, dude, when you said something about why am I buying a mother gift for somebody else's wife? That's
Mother's Day gift.
Because my deal is, why? Because you know damn well he ain't gonna do it. The dad, the sperm donor to me at this freaking point. So yeah, I did feel a certain type of way of dude you saying that.
Sound real petty to me.
Yeah, that kind of bothered me. That kind of bothered me. Cause really, truly, dude, you need to look at it this way. It was either you was gonna buy it or the woman ain't gonna get nothing. I mean, let's just be real about it.
Well, I look at it different than that. Cause like if I don't buy it, then the woman doesn't get nothing. Well, that ain't my problem at all. Like at all. My whole basis for the actions that I take is gonna be about that little girl.
Well, that was my point.
All of it.
I guess I should have finished
all of it.
With
I know, but I'm saying all of it is centered on the little girl. So I'm not buying a gift so that the mother can feel good. That's not. I'm buying a gift so that the child feels good. You know what I'm saying? That's everything flows through that route. But I think this dude was looking at it, and I get the human side of it as well, man. I see it, man. It's like, yo, if I wanted 2 kids, I would have had 2 kids. You know what I'm saying? and you know, I get it. But
okay, I didn't want to fight with you on this one, but this is what did bother me. Every damn weekend is. Every damn weekend.
But you gonna leave her with her dad?
No, I'm gonna leave her with her mom. Your damn mama brought you. Can I have at least one weekend? I'll
say that.
Split the baby. Every other weekend or 1 week. Can I have a moment with my daughter that I don't get to see every week? Just one.
You can work that out.
Well, we need to.
I don't think he tried. I don't think he even tried.
No,
from the way that the story was being read.
I think he wants to.
Because how hard is it? How hard is it? You know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is be like, look.
He wants it to stop. Period.
Right. Fuck him. But what I'm saying is, if that is truly his motivation, which is why I don't believe it's his true motivation, because when you have a problem, you try to find solutions. You see what I'm saying? You try to balance everything out and you figure out how you can get a better situation for yourself. So he's wanting to go from I'm always having to deal with this kid who's not mine to not having to deal with this kid that's not mine. And that he has a right to feel that way. What comes with it though? Right? He wants to be able to make a decision because it affects his life and his reaction in his interactions with his daughter. So he wants to make that decision. And that's fair. That's his right to make that decision. But the consequences are going to come regardless of what the hell he feels like. So one of the consequences is your wife over here knows more of the backstory about the home life that's going on. Plus, this is her best friend. So you are now going to alienate your wife because of the way you can't figure out a way to be an adult and find another way to do this thing. It is not that hard or inconceivable to sit there and when they gone and you with your wife, you say, look, baby, this is something that's bothering me, starting to concern me. So look, I get that we need to help out, but I need some time with, I don't know if it was Emma or what the baby's name was, but anyway, I'm gonna say Emma, right? I need time with my baby. This is my bonding time, and I can't effectively do that when I have two of them, right? So one weekend a month or 2 weekends a month, I need to be able to just do something with her. Now, how do we make that happen? Because what could possibly happen is there may be a grandparent that's out there. There may be the girls can all get together and do something, and then I just happen to keep her, which could be awkward. Okay, but you just have something that might be called Daddy and Emma Day, right? Because I got two girls in the house, right? And I had a Maya and me day, and I had a Layla and me day. When it was my day, the other one was at the house. And we out. I gotta get back to doing that. But there's ways to do it, is what I'm saying. Like, there's approaches that you can take rationally. But what he was doing, the way he conveyed it, it was just really bitch acidness. And I don't like that. You're muted, I think.
I think my way is better. Just, save some weekends for just him and his daughter.
Ain't that what I said?
Yeah, I agree with you. I was agreeing with you. But like I said, I don't think that's what he wants. He just wants the whole damn thing to stop. And no, that's wrong, dude.
Now, maybe that kid's a pain in the ass. So is that possibility?
He never brought that up.
He never brought that up, though.
He never said anything was wrong with this girl. He never said she was bad or anything like that. His whole mentality was, every time I take my daughter, I gotta take him. I taught them both how to ride a bike. I put them in dance class. I bought them ice cream. I took them both to the zoo. So
his story sounded like, haven't I done enough things? Haven't I done enough nice things? Can I stop now?
Now can I stop? Yeah.
Yeah, you can stop now. And you won't ever have to deal with this problem again. You can go and get divorced from your wife because you're about to tear your whole relationship apart where she don't trust you or feel whatever which way, because you're obviously not going to approach this in a reasonable manner, because that means you ain't going to do that reasonably either, right? Dealing with your wife. Because you're not going to be sensitive to her feelings is how you come at it, and this is going to escalate the situation and everything's going to fall apart. And now you have all the time you want on your weekends with your daughter. Every other weekend.
We don't know how much the man works during the week. He may not see his daughter very much. He should have some time alone with her. He did say in the story, if you missed it, that he doesn't see his daughter very much through the week. That the weekend is the only time that he sees her. I just think they all need to sit down and have a discussion. As long as he is dealing with reality, like I said, and I don't know about divorce. I don't want to put.
No, I'm not saying it's going to instantly go to divorce. I'm saying that you erode the foundation when you do certain things.
But I do feel that, yeah, your daughter may look at you kind of like, where's Harper? Where's Harper? Because let's face it. Let's look at the thing. Let's look at just the one thing that's going to change, beyond a shadow of a doubt. The one thing that's going to change, unless the mama do it, which I don't know. The one thing that's going to change is you're going to get to dance class and where's Harper? And then you got to explain to her why Harper ain't with y'all in dance class when you signed them both up together.
So, I think he's gonna try to weasel his way through some things. Like, he can somehow manage the damage that's gonna come from it, but it ain't gonna work.
No, it ain't.
He's in a tough situation. Like, he didn't design this, he didn't choose this, but that's the test of being a man. And for all y'all who like, you talking about being a man, I damn well am. I'm not gonna play the men and women and blah blah. All right, women, y'all do y'all shit. I'm talking about what man shit is. All right. He
the man shows.
Should
So we
step
just
the
see it
fuck
from a
up
man's point of view.
and do man shit. And man shit is there's a child in my circle that needs a lion, who needs a papa lion, right? They need the protector, they need the guide, they need that male energy, that male love. And if they can't get it somewhere else and I can give it, that's what I'm supposed to do. And I'm not just talking shit, I'm doing this. You know what I'm saying? This is a part of my life as we speak to an extent. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, come on, man. Come on.
Harper could spend half the day with the wife while the husband spend half the day with both girls. I don't know how that would work.
The way that would work is, this is all part of having an adult conversation with your wife.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? This is where you say to her, look, I want to do X, Y, or Z with Emma this coming Saturday. If old girl's coming, can we at least make sure she comes over? Have her come over for like lunchtime, or come over at dinner time. You know what I'm saying? So the first part of the day will just be me and Emma. We can go catch a play or go to the park or whatever. There's ways to get at this. You see what I'm saying? There's ways to carve out the entire first half of the day, and now you're not isolating the children. You just got the child coming over later. You know, you said it this coming Saturday, let's have a sleepover. So she can come over at around 4 p.m., 5 o'clock-ish, so we can feed them dinner and they can camp out in the living room or whatever they want to do and have the overnight thing, and you manage that, and girls, just a girls' night, just sleep over. But I'm going to tell you, the day belongs to me. So me and Emma are going to be doing stuff during the day. Easy. Done.
Yeah, you can actually talk. Communicate. Been saying it on the show for the longest time. People don't communicate no more. You want what you want. You want it now. And it's either you gonna win or I'm gonna win.
And the consequences that follow.
All right, let's move on. Okay.
I'm gonna curse less next for the rest of the show. You plum fool. You
Trust
Tom. This tomfoolery.
Trust me, you're not gonna stop cussing. Trust me on this next story. And we got 20 minutes because I know it's gonna take us 20 minutes to get through all this, and we're probably gonna go over. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, non-conforming individuals, I have officially have found the biggest mama boy ever.
To preface this, I just wanted to let it be known that yes, I know I overdo it with the camera system a bit. I have a Ring doorbell along with mini cameras in the living room, kitchen, and mine and my husband's bedroom. He knows about all the cameras, let's make that clear. He knows they are there and he is okay with it. You see, about 3 years before we got together, have been together for 5 years now, I was at my apartment living by myself. Long story short, someone broke in. I tried to fight back and got the shit beat out of me and had all of my prized possessions stolen. Damn! I was in the hospital for a few days. The guy was never caught, and ever since I have a lot of anxiety, hence the cameras now. Yeah, that's understandable. I am in therapy and have been for 2 years now, and I am doing better. The cameras are a security blanket, and my therapist thinks they are fine as they will help me feel better without being intrusive. Anyway, on to what happened. My husband and I are staunchly child-free, and his mother hates that. She brought it up for years, and we told her no every time. I thought she finally had given up on the idea, but I guess not. My husband and I were at work when I got a notification from Ring on my phone. My mother-in-law was at our house, and she had a spare key. I didn't give her one, that's for sure, to get in. She was supposed to be gone in another state visiting her sister, so I was confused and decided to check the inside cameras later. I get home before my husband, so I sat down and checked the living room video to see she went towards the back rooms. I pull up the bedroom camera and find her snooping through our stuff. Important to note, we used to use condoms and BC pills, but then I switched to an IUD. We still use condoms. The switch was recent, so I still had my old BC pills in my nightstand. I see her shuffle around in my nightstand and pull out my birth control pill case and leave the bedroom with them. I go and check and they are in the nightstand again, so she took them and returned them afterwards. I checked the living room footage again, and after going to my room, she goes to the kitchen. Kitchen footage shows her taking the birth control pills and putting them in the microwave. She heated them up for about 2 minutes, then put them back where they belong. I was so furious because to me it seems like she was tampering with my birth control in an attempt to get me pregnant. I'm shocked she didn't pull out a pen and start poking holes in the condoms too. When my husband gets home, I show him the footage with all of the timestamps. He was reasonably upset too, so I told him I want to speak to a lawyer and maybe the cops for breaking and entering because we never gave her a key and I don't know how she got a copy. Husband was with me until I said that. Then he flipped on me and told me I'm being dramatic because he gave her the key, didn't he? I don't even use birth control pills anymore, so who cares? And he accused me of trying to isolate him from his mom. He called me a bitch, packed his bag, and then went to go stay with his friend. It's been 3 days and he hasn't been back yet. What the do I do? Do I confront mother-in-law? Do I ignore my husband and go to the lawyer/police anyway? This feels batshit. I don't know why he's so mad at me when she's the one potentially committing crimes here.
All right, look. I understand you got to work your way through your trauma. And it all makes sense how you got to where you at. Ain't no end to hell. I'm going to be with you. Where I got cameras all through my damn house. You know what I'm saying? So now, you know what I'm saying? When I'm having to self-entertain, I know that you can just pull up the nanny cam and watch me entertaining myself. And you know what I'm saying? Now I got to go hide in the bathroom. You know, it's my house. My house. You know what I'm saying? So nah, that ain't gonna work for me. But okay, so they doing this. He's working with her on that. He loves her. He's getting through it. They're doing their thing. They got a little freaky deaky voyeurism going on. That's cool. I don't know where they are with this whole
Where did you go with this?
They got cameras all over the place, dude. Come on.
Yeah,
Got cameras in your bedroom.
Got the hell beat out
Cameras
of
in your
her.
bedroom. Yeah, I said you're working through your trauma. I'm just saying. But then on top of that, though, you doing all these extra levels of ninth degrees of separation, articles of war, birth control plans. So you got that going on too. So that's cool. All right, that's y'all freaky weird thing. You know, what works for y'all. Congratulations. Now, the key with the mother-in-law having the key, I almost guarantee you, he gave mama the key. Okay. And I don't even see a problem with that. Mainly because you need somebody, in my opinion, somebody's supposed to have a key beyond the people who live in the house because there's an emergency and I'm messed up. I need you to be able to get in the house, come get me. So there's usually one key floating somewhere. All right, so cool. He chose his mama. All right, whatever. He should have told her though. Then but even then, all the way up to here, no big deal, right? No harm, no foul. Becomes a problem when mama used the key. See, this is where we had a problem. This is where the problem starts,
Okay.
right? Problem starts when mama creates a plan saying I'll be out of town. So y'all won't be expecting me anywhere. And then come in the house when I know y'all at work, right? But I don't know about all your insecurities and trauma responses. So I didn't know I was walking into, you know, the 8th gates of hell, you know, Secret Service security monitor palace. So
You get off the camera.
You watching. Can't get off the cameras. Cameras core the story. So then she's sitting here going through all my shit. Okay, yeah, right. We got a problem. Right? I'm gonna have it out with him. I'm gonna have it out with her. Right? We got a problem. And then she does the stuff that she said that she did. Okay, now what the hell kind of camera you got in your house, lady, that you could see somebody cooking in the microwave? Are you scared of the fucking microwave? What the hell? I mean, okay, well maybe it's on a wide angle. It could be a wide angle, and it sees a whole kitchen, and the microwave is in a good location. Because you know you got to make sure if somebody's gonna make your popcorn, you don't want them putting it in there for 3 minutes. You know you only need 2. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, cool. But then this where she fucked up. Boop, I messed up. This where she made a major oopsie. If you said, because I'm already mad. I'm mad with you. I'm mad I'm mad with you. I'm not mad at you. I'm mad with you. My mama just did this crazy stuff, man. Yeah, we both mad. Wow. Yeah. But don't you ever forget that that's my mama. So we should have an argument with my mama, right? Call her to the carpet. Hey, you doing in the house, mama? What you do this for, mama? Don't give my key back. You can't come in the house, mama. Right? We gonna have this. We gonna go to war. But what we not gonna do is talk about you gonna press some damn charges on my mama. See, the moment you said I'm gonna call the police and press charges on your mama, and I want you to be with me on this decision. This ain't being a mama's boy. This is the fact that that's my mama, boy. Yeah, I'm gonna leave you, all them cameras, and this weird security system that I have to live under. Leave all that behind, because you know what? My homeboy couch ain't got no cameras. He got dirty movies on the TV.
All right, let's see what let me see. That husband didn't get upset over the mother ruining the birth control. Words be that is a huge disrespect of their wishes. I wonder about him not being concerned about what his mom did.
He wasn't mad.
And yeah, Thea said that he wasn't going. I knew he was going to curse on this one. I knew it. Now, here's the funny thing about it. Thea's, I didn't say a word while Thea's was talking, ranting, fixated on the damn cameras, which, okay, Thea's got a fetish. I don't know what the hell the damn.
No, she got a fetish.
something with you with cameras and everything else. But remember what I said. The biggest mama's boy of all time. Because Diaz had the first part of the story. I'm going to rant on the second part of the story.
Face. Update, I'm going to try to keep this short. There isn't any good news. I tried calling my husband for another day before I finally gave up and called his friends to see who he was staying with. Finally, one told me he was staying with his mother. I know we're all shocked. It's entirely shocking information. I called mother-in-law's landline and luckily he answered. I told him we had to talk face-to-face, otherwise I'll just go through with a divorce. He comes by, confesses he was staying with his mom and didn't tell me because he knew I'd be mad. After some pushing, he admitted to making a copy of his key and giving his mom one. He confessed to wanting kids. I asked about why his dating profile way back when said child-free, why he put up a united front of no children with me for years only to suddenly change his mind. He said it was because he saw how lonely his mom is and agrees now that we need kids to liven up holidays, to give her something to do, etc. As in his sole reason for having kids were for his mother, not his own, not a change of heart just because his mom wanted grandbabies. More red flags here. He insisted, though, that he didn't realize his mom would go this far, which I believe because if they were plotting, then he would have told her that I was no longer on birth control and tampering with it would do nothing. He would have also told her not to break in because of the cameras. I packed his shit in the trash bag and kicked him out. Told him to go back to mommy and that my divorce lawyer will be in contact soon. At that point, I hadn't changed the locks. I wasn't sure of the legality of it and didn't want to do something that would potentially hurt my chances in court. Besides, I didn't think mother-in-law would show up again because she had her baby boy. Turns out I was wrong. She showed up later knocking and I pretended to not be home as my car was in the garage and she couldn't see it. She knocked for 15 minutes and I debated calling the police, but before I could, she entered the property with her key. I was furious and not going to lie. It gave me a flashback to my attack and I had a panic attack. I was inconsolable and crying. I ended up locking myself in the bathroom. She called me a soul crusher, heartless, and a shitty wife, along with some other colorful insults before finally leaving. It took 5 hours to calm down. After that, I called my brother. brother. He's staying with me now, he's changed the locks, and he's helped me contact a lawyer and start the divorce. My husband has been doing damage control and got to all friends and family before I could and spun a bullshit lie that I was trying to isolate him from his mother, that I'm making false police reports, etc. It sucks to say a majority believe him because he was their friends before me, but I was able to talk to a few and tell them my side of the story. And that's where I am. About to be divorced, honestly scared and upset, and I'm now doing 2 therapy sessions a week to try to work on all the progress that had been lost when soon-to-be ex-mother-in-law broke in again.
It's my turn now. And for the record, I ain't promised I was gonna stop cussing. I mean, I did earlier this year, but I broke that like a long time ago. So you punk ass mama boy little bitch. You have sended past mama boy. I can't think of a word or a phrase to even come up with for the ascension of it, but I think you make all mama boys look bad. You literally changed your mind about wanting a child, which you have every right to have. Right or wrong in the decision, people have the right to change their mind. But the reason you changed your mind, not because you had a change of heart, not because, I was always thinking about it and now it's just too strong of a thing and I want to have a child. Fucker, you want a child for, I don't know, a live baby doll for your damn mama? To liven up the holidays? Dude. I'm going to take a step off of what Thea said. Fuck you. Fuck your mama. I'm going to the damn police. We already getting a damn divorce. Fuck all of y'all. And the funny thing about it is, you know you wrong. You knew you was in the wrong because you try to do damage control, telling everybody a bold-faced ass lie about, oh my God, isolating from my mama. What the fuck? How old are you? Who can isolate you from your mama all of a sudden? All of a sudden now. Because it ain't happened at the beginning. Usually people who isolate people from their family and friends and everything, they usually start real damn early in the relationship. It don't happen all of a sudden. And you don't use that statement twice. Twice. You're isolating me from my mama. You're taking away my mama from me. Why you don't like my mama? Because your mama break into the house and forcefully try to get OP pregnant. Want to tell me what's the good news on that part? I'll give you a second. I'll give you a second to think about it. Where's the good news on that part? Fuck you. Fuck your mama. The friends who wasn't paying attention, just getting one side and was going along with them, fuck them too. Because the only person who was going to be utterly affected by this was the OP. You wasn't going to be affected by it. You ain't give a fuck because you was doing it for your mama. Your mama would have been affected from it because she would have had her own live little baby doll to play with because she bored, I guess, or whatever. Whatever the damn reason was for her to come up with this bullshit. You literally held conversations about this. And this is right. Everybody should have a key to somebody's house because shit happens. But you know what else happens? You share it with your partner who's in that house too. You also know what else do? You also say, this is for emergencies. Don't pop your happy ass up over my house for no damn reason. My mother and my daughter has a key to my house. My daughter, who stayed in this house before, still don't just pop up and show up. She still calls. And she stayed here before. My mama, who raised me by herself, and we was doing the whole entitlement thing, raised me as a single mom, damn near all her whole life, still don't pop up over my house without calling. But your little psychopathic mama feel like, one, just gonna pop up. Two, I'm just gonna destroy your life. Three, I'm gonna destroy your life because I want something and you're not gonna give it to me. Four, I probably never told my son that I was gonna do this, but well, he don't know, won't hurt him. So if I haven't made it perfectly clear because the divorce is going on, and by the way, the funny thing about it is, I can speak for myself honestly, and for a slight moment, I could probably speak for Theus just a little bit because I think I know Theus well enough. Roll up on my damn house again and yell at me and see what the fuck happened to you. Now that's me and Theus. OP wasn't in that state of mind. She's still working through some things. But what you ain't gonna fucking do is yell at me on some bullshit. You just not. Because I guarantee you, I don't know where the police is gonna find that key. But it ain't gonna be in your hand, it ain't gonna be in the pocket.
That's Marlon talking. That's Marlon talking.
Okay, that's me talking.
That ain't.
That's me talking.
That ain't me.
But when you decide that you're gonna roll up in my house and talk shit with a key that I didn't even know you had,
so it's gonna be a problem.
There's gonna be a huge problem because you think I'm your damn son and I'm scared of your little funky ass. I ain't. I'm not that person. I'm not that person. So, in case I wasn't perfectly clear, let me iterate it one more last time before we go to break. Fuck you, husband. Fuck you, mama. And for the friends who just took one side of listening to the conversation without getting the second side to see if it was true, fuck you too. We clear?
You cursing a lot of people out when you only got one side of the story. I agree with your assessment for the most part.
I got you, but I'm going by
but
side.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you listen to one side of some people going through a divorce, it's always some wild shit.
No,
I caught him raping a frog. What?
My all-time favorite was, you know, this bull. You know, it's BS in some of these stories when they start off with "all I said was," and I just look at it and go, "Yeah, you the a-hole," because you had all I called her was a B, and she got all upset. You wrote this down and thought this was gonna who?
Yeah, but anyway, with the situation at the here, because you had the benefit of knowing that it was gonna be one of them fucked up extended stories. But anyway, everything I said, I still stand by. And then with the second part of the story, it's hard for me to say what I would do because I don't know how I would function as a woman who already has those triggers. You know what I'm saying?
No,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I was speaking for myself. I honestly expected that from her. That was a trigger. Somebody break into your house, yelling and screaming.
You go hide.
Yeah,
That's
you're
what
gonna
you
go
do.
hide. Yeah, you're
You
gonna
know what
go
I'm saying?
hide because look, we're dealing with so many different traumas. 3. I know we heard, it went by quickly. We heard 3 different traumas: violence, robbery, and breaking and entering. So breaking and entering, violence, and robbery. 3 different traumatic things. Separated will give somebody PTSD. But all 3 happen.
Yeah. I still don't like all them damn cameras. Because here's the thing, man. Like, I'm hit on the cameras thing. It's kind of like people who go out and get a gun because they're scared of the world. Look, here's the thing, man, folks. And then I got cameras and I got a gun. At least one. Anyway, camera ain't gonna keep you safe. All camera gonna do is help somebody else see what the hell happened to you. That's all a camera can do for you. It ain't saving you from shit. Okay, so you got all these cameras set up because of your trauma. Got that, but you want somebody else to live underneath that, and even if they agree to live underneath that level of surveillance, I was being silly, but let's just be real. You are he's trying to function under your trauma. It's your trauma. And he loves you. So he's trying to function under that. That can start to weigh on a person already. If you've ever tried to love somebody who was kind of going through it, it gets heavy, folks. It gets heavy. So I don't know about that little piece of it, right? It doesn't seem like a very good overall situation. Then the thing with the mom and the key, right? The second time, I mean, the first time was already jacked up, but the second time, she's home alone. This is the second time in person that someone violated her castle, right? With her in it. Okay? That is beyond triggering. Okay? You definitely gonna set this woman back big time.
Yeah.
And you yelling at her and doing all this stuff. Yeah, you really messed this woman up. Good luck trying to press charges though, because she used the key that was given to her by your husband and you are not presently going through a divorce yet. So good luck, right?
I don't know about the.
It'll be a great story at the divorce. It'll help with the divorce, right? Yeah. You definitely gonna run his pockets. But as far as calling the police saying breaking and entering, the police will come and they will escort her off the property. And you can try to press charges. I'm just saying they probably gonna go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? No, which is a jacked up situation.
I literally know it's not going to go anywhere. Like I can tell you right now, it's not going to go anywhere because whether she knew it or not, you got to remember they were married.
Right, they weren't even going through the divorce yet.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, exactly. Nobody was talking about divorce when the key was given. Only one person.
They were talking about it, but they wasn't. Yeah.
Well, no, I mean with the couple. The couple.
No, I'm saying they were talking about because remember she said, we need to talk face to face, or I'll go ahead and start with a divorce, and then he came over and tried to talk. I meant
beforehand.
Oh, okay.
They never
the first time
who should get a key. Yeah. So beforehand, they never talked about who could get a key. But remember, only one part of that couple needs to know that somebody else has a key. That's your husband, and your husband knew that the mother had a key. So.
Yeah, and then like they said, Mama's Boy. I'm not sure I would call this really a case of Mama's Boy. I'm saying that this is more of a case of he's just really a bad person. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just a bad person. Because like because this is coming from her story. She's telling the story. She's the one telling the story. So anything that she says, I gotta take it with a little bit of skepticism, just because you always telling the story from a slanted point of view. But he says was because it'll help liven up the holidays. that's a coward move because the reality is what he was just doing was blame my mama, not me. That's what he just did. When the reality is you wanted children, but you thought you would be okay not having children. And then you realize I'm not really okay with not having children. And then your mom's in your ear talking about how it'd be nice to have grandchildren. So now that's feeding into your head and she's hyping you up like the little evil minion that she is. And then you start feeling like, well, I should be able to have kids. She's keeping me from having kids, right? You know, all right. So that's she's gassing him up for all of that. That still doesn't make him a mama's boy. It just means he's being manipulated by his mother. Slightly different thing. Where it gets twisted though is he never seemed to have condoned what they were doing, what mama did, right? At least as far as we know, right? Because then it'll be a criminal act anyway. But
she did say
no matter
you don't think he knew. She did not
right,
think
right,
he knew anything about the plan.
right. Because if he did, that's a whole nother level. We just amped this up a whole nother level. But what mom was doing, in my opinion, and I know this is not a legal distinction, in my opinion, what the mom was trying to do was effectively rape this woman.
Yeah.
Because she was depriving her of her bodily autonomy. You know what I'm saying? So that to me sits on that level of rape. You know? So, but good luck trying to sue any of these things. Really, she just needs to get away from this family, get the divorce, get a restraining order on both of them. And I don't know how she gets through the next phase because, man.
And this literally popped in my head. And let me emphasis by saying I don't condone it. Absolutely, positively, beyond a shadow of a doubt, what the mama did. Okay? What I'm finna say is not giving her out or whatever she did. What the mama did was wrong. Is always going to be wrong. The obligatory F you mama thing comes into effect. But I kind of want to know now, what did the son tell the mama? Like, what exactly did you say to your mom? And the only reason I even asked that question is because you went out and told your friends a bold-faced lie. According to the OP.
Well, that part I don't give any value whatsoever to what she said about him running around telling their friends nothing. I don't give no value to that because in every single divorce, both parties try their best to shift the friend circle. Happens every single time. So I give that no weight. But that part about the mom, though, I'd be willing to bet he said something along the lines of that she's not even willing to hear my side of it. She's not even willing to entertain how this makes me feel. She's gone so far as she makes us use birth control. And I bet that's where he was. That's how he was. Like, mom was gassing him up and he was gassing mom up. Like that toxic stew, right? Where they just bouncing off each other. But I think that's where I would think that part came, right? And then mom is like, oh, I know if you mess up the birth controls, they won't work no more. Not birth control smell like refried rice and because you know you ain't clean that microwave.
The mother entered the house without him knowing is bad. Ruining the birth control was an entirely new level. And he was okay with his wife getting pregnant against her will. Again,
no, that part he wasn't. That we know.
I don't think he knew what the plan was. But
he might have.
But that could have been willful ignorance. Like, here's the key. Don't tell me Jack. You know, it's one of those, the less you know, the better. So it could have been.
Mama, take care of it, baby.
Yeah.
I'll take care of it, baby.
Here, this is what I'm going to do. The less I know, the better. So.
Yeah.
I
don't know what's up with that family. She just needs to get away from it. That's all.
Yeah, she needs to get on up out of there for real. Like, yeah. All right, everyone. That is our first hour. We will be taking a 3-minute break. We will be coming back with Real or Not, Am I the A-Hole, and of course, Foxy's videos of the week. 3-minute break to reboot and refresh, and we'll see you all on the other side.
Living for weekends, wishing I could take a break from this world. Running on a hamster wheel, but searching for something I can't feel. I just wanna be a lost girl and fly. Take a breath, feel my wings spread, levitate above the ground and make eye contact with clouds. Now I'm rising, I'm soaring above it all. I just wanna be free, finally, I wanna be free, I wanna be free, finally, I wanna be free, finally. I always say dreaming, never imagined I lose my spark. Living in this crazy time, putting back the pieces of my mind. I know how to run from the dark and fly. Feel my wings spread, levitate into the clouds. I'm so high above the ground. I'm rising, I'm soaring above it all. I just wanna be free, finally, I wanna be free, I wanna be free, finally, I wanna be free, higher to above you. I'm rising, I'm soaring above it all. I just wanna be free, I wanna be free, I wanna be free, I wanna be free, finally.
We are back, and as usual, let's go ahead and pay those bills. Please do not forget that Radical Truth to Power will be this Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, remember that tomorrow there is no Saturday Night Vibe. Please don't forget to go to patreon.com/A Better Tracy Media page. Help support Tracy in all of her endeavors. Please do not forget to go to Thea's Patreon page, patreon.com/Complex Mind. Help support Thea's in all of his endeavors. Please do not forget to go to my Patreon, patreon.com/Radical Truth to Power, exactly where it's spelled, capital R, capital T, capital T, capital P. Please do not forget to go to Anna Hart's website, BorelliEtc.com, learn something that you didn't think you need to know, but you should. And as always, if you want to send me a email, a question, or a Mafia video of the week, you can do so at radtp@outlook.com. That's RADTP@outlook.com. I'm sorry, I still have to say something about it. It took me 3 years to be able to do that. 3 years.
It's cool. And if I may, just a little quick reminder plug. Hey, everybody, remember that plan is next month. So by the end of next month is July. By the end of next month, we'll be shifting a lot of the energy over to a new platform for my community giving programs and some of the other things that will be coming down the pipeline. So I will remind everybody again. I'll also make sure it's on my current Patreon so that those who wish to navigate over to the other platform, you certainly can do so. Of course, Complex Mind will continue to exist. It's just going to be much more topical than what's going to be happening in the other side.
All right. So just tune in. Am I the a-hole? I actually have two Am I the a-hole. I was going to do one, but I have two because it's kind of like, both of them was kind of just like really not triggering, just disturbing to me, and not badly, like over the top. One kind of hits home for me, so that's why I wanted to play that Am I the a-hole, because it was really kind of close to my heart, and I was surprised. This next story I'm talking about, this next story, it hits kind of close to home, because again, like I said, I was raised by a single mom damn near all my life, like almost at least to 16, and even then it was like, I'm still being raised by my mom by herself. So this hit close to mom. Choosing between my mother and my wife.
A little background, my mom and dad were both orphans. My dad died 2 weeks before I was born. My mom didn't really have a support system, so we were just the two of us. I never lacked anything because my mother worked all her life to give me the life I have today and didn't even have time for herself to start a new life again. She did all the little jobs possible so that we didn't miss anything. She deprived herself of food to give me food. I had very good clothes while she had none. I saw her make sacrifices again and always with a smile. Frankly, I always thought she was an angel dressed in a human body. The only time she yelled at me was when I was 16, when I saw her getting sick and working at the same time. I wanted to help her by finding a job, but she was angry and told me it's not my job to take care of her, it was up to her to take care of me. She wanted me to get really good grades to get into the best universities. It's the only way I can protect myself when she can't anymore. Even at university, she didn't want me to work. I had to be focused on my studies, but she wanted me to volunteer so that I could be an adult who could do something with his hands. I met my wife there while both of us were volunteering. My wife is a good person, but she was never close to her parents and her siblings. Yet she adored my mother since she met her. There were times when I thought she loved my mother more than she loved me, and we laughed about it. Deep down, I think she was looking for the bond between mother and daughter that she did not have from her mother. When I finished my studies, I found a job. We moved in together, but she wasn't comfortable that I call my mom every day. Mind you, those were 10 to 15 minute calls, but eventually she stopped bringing it on. 2 years later, I bought a house for my mother because we never had a house in our name. We lived from apartment to apartment. So for all the sacrifices she made, it was for me the least of it, and it was non-negotiable. That's where the problem started with my wife, then girlfriend. She wanted me to think about us first. I told her my dream had always been to buy my mom a house since I was little, and that's what I had to do. But she complained about it to my mom. My mom didn't even know I bought a house for her, as it was supposed to be a surprise for her birthday. Oh, wife, you are not helping this situation here. She was uncomfortable receiving the house because my wife, and told me that it wasn't necessary and that we could use it for us when we get married. I was furious. I told my mother that the house was for her, that she could do with it whatever she wanted, but it was time for her to think about herself first. Our couple survived that. We got married and then we had our own house. Our life was going well until 2 months ago when my mother fell ill. I wanted her to come live with us so that I could take care of her, but my wife didn't want to. I then decided to rent an apartment with my own money right next to our house so that I could be close to her and go there to take care of her. But even that idea didn't sit well with my wife. Me and my wife don't have children yet, We both work. I usually come home at 6 p.m. But since my mother is sick, I go to see her and come home at 8 p.m. On weekends, I see her for 1 or 2 hours, and the rest of the time I spend with my wife. We go on dates. I always accompany her in her hobbies, even though she never went to mine. 2 days ago, she told me that she thought about it and she thinks I prioritize my mother too much. She told me that I had to choose between my mother and the life I want to build with her. The truth is that I never made her feel that way. We both work, but I'm the one who cooks, and I pay a person to do the housework. I make sure I do the dishes she likes. She didn't even know what I like to eat because I never complain. I run her baths, give her massages, flowers. I read her poems. That I hide in the house somewhere for her to find out. We go on a trip 1 weekend a month. I earn much more money than her. I told her to keep her money for herself, and I take care of all the bills, even hers. I always make sure to listen to her and consider her opinion, and I think I am easygoing because I can change my mind to accommodate hers. But I realize that she tries to completely dominate me, and the only subject where I don't give her a choice is my relationship with my mother. So there, I'm going to have a talk with her and put some very clear boundaries. If she doesn't want to, well, we're going to divorce. Just want to get it off my chest. Okay.
I'll let you go first on this one, Theus.
Oh, okay. Well, everything dude said makes sense. It's cool. Unfortunately, this hits a little closer home just because of not the same way it does for you, Marlon, but for just dealing with somebody who's just selfish and self-interested, and for all their positive qualities, they're lazier than a motherfucker. But anyway, so that can be tough. So I mean, yeah, but I mean, what he was doing, to me, it makes perfect sense. I don't understand how he elevated this woman from girlfriend to wife when they were having these issues while she was still girlfriend. But you can't go back. You can only go from where you are, and they'll either work it out or they won't. You know what I'm saying? But what's not gonna happen is me turning back on the only on my mama. You know what I'm saying? Which is kind of interesting. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm forecasting it into some of the shit that you about to say, and I'm like, just everybody remember positions when we were talking about the crazy home invasion mama now, but but I'm just saying, this doesn't make him a mama's boy, does it? To me, it just means that he's trying to repay his mother a measure of what she has done for him, right? To me, I'm old school. I was taught that your parents sacrificed while you were young so that you can sacrifice when they're old. And it kind of reciprocates in roles, But I don't know. That's all I had.
Okay, let me go for the first time ever on this show. Let me go forwards to go backwards. I always say let me go backwards to go forward, but let me go forward so I can go back. Dude, you was painting a really rosy picture of yourself almost at the end of it, which kind of had me like, and I'm gonna tell you why that bothers me a little bit. But you was just painting yourself like I cook the dinner and I give her flowers and I give her poetry and rub her feet, and I'm in her hobby, she's not in mine, and blah 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 and everything else. Like, so let's eliminate the mom out of this picture. So really, you doing everything and she doing nothing? Because that's the picture that you're painting. Because even if the mama had nothing to do with this story, nothing,
still a messed up balance.
It's still a messed up balance. You're doing everything, she's doing nothing. He's paying for all the bills. She keeps the money that she makes. Dude, the reason I'm getting on you for this is because it was unnecessary for you to do this. You are paying your mother back. Period. Like, I wish I could say I'm not holding this conversation with you, but you made the girlfriend the wife. The girlfriend, I would never would have held this conversation with my girlfriend about I have the money to buy my mom a house. I'm buying my mom a house. Well, we should think about us. You know what's amazing about the human brain? You actually could do two things at the exact same time. It's amazing how that happens. It's amazing how I can take care of my mama and think about us at the same time.
Not in her world though.
And that's why I can't figure out how this
Yeah.
woman became a wife. But I digress.
Yeah, I know how it happened.
I digress. It is what it is. Like Thea says, we have to start from where we at, not where we was. So now the wife don't want the mom moving in. I can see that. Some people just don't want to take on that responsibility. Your responsibility, whether you like it or not, dude, is not your responsibility. It becomes you two's responsibility. She's the wife. She stays in that house. It becomes both of you responsibility. You can't just share only in the good things in life. You got to share the bad things, the problematic things, the business input, everything. You have to share into it. And she's not willing to take on that responsibility. Whatever her reason is, because you also said that she wasn't close to her family. So she don't know what family dynamic is. She's never brought up in it. And we don't know what that family dynamic is because there is a family dynamic of every man for themselves. She may have been brought up in that. You get yours, I get mine, we done. The only time I see you,
Or you do nice things for people, but you don't have to take ownership of them. You know, there's people like that too.
Yeah, it's what there is a family dynamic of, and it's unfortunate because, like I said, I've never been through it, but I've seen it. Like growing up in the hood, I've seen different dynamics of different families, and I've seen the dynamic of I see you in the morning, I'll see you at night. We're cordial. You know, ain't no drama. I ain't gonna get on you. You don't get on me. We cool. But as for family functions and just get-togethers and all that other stuff and Christmas dinners and Easter dinners, no, that's no. I love you, but I love you because you are, a sibling, not because we have a bond. And like I said, I've seen it. It's like it is what it is. We don't have a bond, but I love you because we're a sibling. I grew up with you, but we ain't hanging out and all that. That's not it. And that may be her dynamic. Now, like I said, one step below that is the dynamic of you get yours, I get mine. There is no sharing. There is no none of that stuff. There's none of that. You wear your clothes, I wear my clothes. You got your hair stuff, I got my hair stuff. You got your facial stuff, I got my facial stuff. You got your room, I got my room. You got your friends, I got my friends. We see you in school, I wave, you wave, but it's separate. And that may be her dynamic. So if that is her dynamic and somebody needs help, like, no. You got a problem, you handle your problem. That's just the way it is. And that's what it sounds like to me, how she's coming off. Your mother is the one that has the issue. She needs to handle her own issue. So honestly, I see this as being the end, unless there's a change. And like I said, this is a personal thing. I wouldn't change. I owe my mother a lot. A lot. Y'all think I'm bad now? You ain't seen nothing when I was a little kid. I was a little tyrant. This right here is mellow compared to when I was a young little kid, a little man child. If I had to go back, I would actually call myself a man child. You think you're a man child? You think you're a man, huh? I'm gonna punch you in your chest. That's the type of kid I was. This right here is mellow. So yeah, you can't say nothing to me about between you and me taking care of my mom. Now, even if half of the stuff that you were saying was true, and not half, even if the part of I pay for everything and the wife keeps works and keeps her money. We're done with this conversation because you're not losing anything, lady, other than time, which that is 2 hours of the day that's now gone. Understandable, but it is. You went from 6 at night to 8 at night. I don't know what time you go to bed, but either way, 2 hours is gone out of her day. She's the selfish type. She sees that. But either way, I don't see this working out anymore. And just like Thea's always say, or Thea's was saying, if you're doing the last story, you're just looking out for the kid. You're looking out for their best interest. My heart hurts because I would not want my mom to feel that she was the reason this marriage ended, when it was clearly not the case. She's a catalyst to it. But again, like I said, even if you took the mama thing out of it, this was not an equal marriage at all. If we was to believe everything you said, this was not an equal marriage at all. And this would have been a burnout eventually. So that's all I got. Nothing else to use? No, that's it? All right, here's the second story. And I'm not even gonna rile everybody up. And I apologize for the way these videos look. My computer has been acting up. I think I finally got it fixed. And it was my fault, by the way, that it was messed up to begin with. But unfortunately, I already downloaded the video and I didn't want to go back and try to rummage through this again because I'm lazy and I have a 3-day weekend coming up and I'm just not going to do it. So the video is not important. You can listen to it, but I'm sorry. Sorry, everybody. I got comments. I don't trust this storyteller. He listed his attributes as if he's perfect and she's totally selfish. That alone turns me off to him. And like I said, there was that the last part of the video was sort of like, boy, you paint yourself in a real pretty picture there. I call lies not real at all. I think the story real. I've seen worse, if anything. But either way, I dated my cousin's fiance first.
I grew up very close to my cousin, and we've stayed as close as can be, but we live in different states. During my summers for several years, I went to a month-long camp where the first year I was a camper, the next year a CIT, and then a counselor. A CIT, by the way, is a counselor in training. On my first year, I met Kenny, and it was instant soul-crushing love, where he was literally all I thought about for a year. Next year, we actually dated, within the confines of being CIT, so we were very busy. And third year, we actually found a way to essentially live together and talked about coordinating colleges, getting engaged, kids' names, and all that kind of stuff. We drifted apart, but we would still text, and to be honest, I kind of always hoped that we would find ourselves back to each other. I did know that my cousin and Kenny went to the same school and had the same major, so I wasn't surprised when they started dating. As near as I can surmise, I knew about Kenny dating her, but he didn't know that she was my cousin. So I've known about them for about a year, but I didn't want to interrupt her being happy, and the opportunity to tell her never came up. Then, my whole family met Kenny over Mother's Day. I knew he was coming, so I tried very hard to stay low-key. My mom is so obnoxious that when Kenny arrived, she basically screamed, "You look just like that little boy that OP had plastered all over her wall. Is your name Kenny?" He said yes, and he clearly wanted to crawl into a hole, as did I. We said our hellos and nice to see you agains, but it was very awkward. The little gathering was fine, and I avoided him for the most part. At about 9 a.m. the next morning, my cousin called me, and she was both hungover and drunk and furious at me that I didn't tell her. I guess he spilled the beans and told her how serious we were. She feels betrayed by me that I allowed her to get so invested in a guy whom I'd had a pregnancy scare with. I tried to explain, but she was having none of it. I tried to call Kenny to see what I could do, but it appears that he blocked me. I feel awful that she's hurt. I made a choice about what to reveal to her, but I guess I made the wrong one. Am I the bad guy?
Shit happens. So, you dated this dude. You and your cousin are close. You go to school. Somehow, because you and your cousin are close, you find out that your cousin's dating your ex. And then you should have told her that that was your ex, but you didn't. And as the chickens tend to do, they found their way back to the roost. And there you go. Whatever. Things happen. Like, hey, when I was a freshman in college, I dated 2 roommates and didn't know that they were roommates until I had to come help one of them move out of their dorm late in the middle of the night because the other one was threatening to cause physical harm with a sharpened instrument. So things happen, you know? You learn, you grow, you move on.
Okay, your example is not things happen.
Sure it is.
Doggone attempted assault.
She just flashed the weapon. She didn't. Everybody knew that she carried the weapon with her, and what didn't know was that I was dating roommates. I didn't know I was dating roommates. So
Okay, feels like the date psychopaths apparently.
I have a few interesting ones in my past, but not very many.
I don't want to know. Yes, I do. I do want to know. Here's the deal, OP. I'm not going to call you the a-hole. I can't. But I do just have one question. What the fuck was your end game? I mean, you knew eventually this was going to come out, right?
Nah.
Yeah, you did.
Nah.
And here's the funny thing about it. You want to blame your mom, which, by the way, God dog, mom. Dang. You just, that was rough. And it was. It was rough. The mom came in there blowing fire. I see your face all the time on the wall. That okay. But that aside, so you was gonna hide for the whole cookout? They get married.
No.
What was she gonna do?
She was laying low. They both, her and the ex realized that. Her and the ex realized they were in an awkward situation. The cover had already been blown. Mom blew the cover. So now it's just how do we just kind of...
She was hiding before the cover was blown.
Right. She was laid back. She was in the cut, chilling, letting it roll. Let it do what it do.
So they get married, you going to hide at the wedding? And the reception?
You make up an excuse for why you ain't there. But anyway, these are young people. These are young people because she's talking about summer love when they were like seniors in high school. Okay. So they can't be more than sophomore, juniors in college. So this is young. This is young. They make dumb decisions. And realistically, I'm gonna tell you, I probably would have made the same call. Well, I don't know, because I can't imagine that scenario, to be real with you, because I didn't grow up with my cousins like that. So if I can't even imagine that happening. You know what I mean? Like, so you went away to school, he went away to school to the same school, y'all had the same major, so y'all started dating. There's a lot of people who have my major. I ain't date them. But and, so just odd things happen, and then there you go. Life can be funny, man. Life can be so funny. That's why, for those people who believe in mystical powers and stuff, I'm like, God got a sense of humor. He got a sense of humor, and it's a dark sense of humor.
Yeah, now that I did say that.
So, you're like, let's see what happens if I push this button. And then, then.
That I literally have said that darn near all my life. God has a sense of humor.
Oh yeah.
When stuff just
whatever
happens,
you say you ain't gonna do, that's what you're gonna end up with.
When I sat there and said, I'll never marry a woman that has more than 2 kids. I'm never getting married. To be the first face I see in the morning and the last face I see at night, I'm not gonna deal with that.
I'm telling you, man. This stuff is hilarious.
Let me see what this button do.
Right? I'm gonna turn this dial just a little more. Because like for real. Check this out. All right. My first wife maiden name is the same as my wife's maiden name. Their birthdays, 1 day apart. They had the exact same major, but they didn't know each other. So it's almost hilarious. This works is weird. So
I'll go one step further, Thesz. So part of the reception, in case anybody don't know, I'll tell you the reception part. So the part of the reception is that you, as the bride and the groom, are supposed to introduce each other's family. You just go around and go, hey, this is such and so. Hey, this is my cousin. This is my aunt. This is my uncle. This is my mom. This is my mom. This is, you just introduce all the families to each other. This is not a lie. This is not even hyperbole. This is not even trying to be like funny. So Foxy said, let's go down and try and start introducing family to family. We stepped off the stage and walked around, and the moment I said, hey, this is my uncle such and such, this lady looked at me, oh yeah, I know. Yeah, we went to school together. Yeah, we went to church together. Oh, we went to 4 different groups of people, and they already knew each other. All of them.
Y'all from the same town?
No. What happened is they happen to go to the same church, so they know somebody who goes to the same church, or they happen to know somebody who's been in the same church, or they've been in the same school, or a combination of both. Now, let's get a little crazy with it. Foxy's grandmother has the same last name as my grandmother's maiden name. So I pick on Foxy going, I still do it. So every time she would go, hey, Marlon, I go, hey, cousin. Stop saying that. That's not funny. We're not cousin. We're not related. I'm like, now granted, we're not, because her grandmother married into the last name. But we didn't know that.
I mean, I could probably... you just gave me a good one to say to my wife, but I don't think I'm dumb enough to say it, though. Because I'd be like, hey, so in reality, it's almost like y'all were like fraternal twin sisters, and I just married the other sister.
Don't.
But I don't think I'm going to do that. I don't think that would be wise.
I don't. Wise, funny, whatever you was finna go.
I'm like, I'd be the only one laughing, and then it would get very serious. So
very quickly.
I'm gonna let that one ride. And since she don't really know you like that, I can't be like, well, Marlon said, you know.
Mm-mm. No. I just do it from time to time when she gets on my nerve. Look. We're family in more ways than one. So let's stop arguing. And then she'll get mad all over again. So I'm like,
Even if you leave, we still family.
See you the next family reunion. Another one that is a lie. Tracy, not every story that's kooky is a lie. And trust in it don't matter. You don't believe in coincidences, so you think every coincidence is a lie.
The only way this story could be true, real dog, is if they from some small towns.
And that's possible. It's possible that it could happen.
Because I'm like, these circles are running
like I
too
said,
tight.
I'm not in a small town, and I'm darn near the whole. My family knows her family, and we like, because like I said, the church thing was like, okay. I went to school with him. I went to church with him. I went to school with him. Yeah, I remember. Hey, is such and such still alive? Yeah, I went to school with him. I'm like, okay, I have to keep remembering that Charlotte is not the metro that it is now. Charlotte was a very small,
like 10 years ago.
Yeah, like it was a very small city. Like, so I like
Charlotte like doubled in size in like the last 10, 15 years.
And it was 20 years ago, so it was like
it was always a big banking state, but it wasn't always a big state.
We're still second behind New York.
But y'all ain't never gonna catch New York. Come on now.
Ain't nobody catching New York. Jeez.
Yeah.
No. Trust me, New York. And by the way, F y'all in New York. Y'all can have that record. Nobody cares. Okay, let me go ahead and keep moving on because these getting sleepy.
Man, I can't end sleep.
Dude, you know how close I was to canceling this thing. I'm like,
and when I asked you about it and you were like, yes or no, and I said okay, and you said thanks, I was like, damn it.
I was so mad. I've been tired. This today was
a rough week, dog. What is a rough week?
No, this rough week, and then it ended with a rough day. Like today was rough. Like, man, I was just like, you know what? Hey, I'll see him the 4th of July weekend. I can't.
I feel you, dog. I'm sorry you had a bad day, man, because yesterday was my bad day.
I got
yesterday was like, y'all running me ragged, and it don't make no sense. It don't have to be like this, people.
Wait a minute, bro. But they never come on the Saturday show. I see y'all.
That's not cool. See, first of all, Miss Tracy, I do come on some Saturday show, and second of all, it's hard to come on Saturday shows in the middle of a Saturday because I got a whole house of people. So got things to
Tracy,
do.
I'm not gonna lie to you. The time that every time that you put the time frame to do your show, I'm dead smack in the middle of something. First of all, y'all know I wake up late anyway. Then I still, regardless of how late
you don't wake up like old people.
No,
something wrong with you.
I've always been that way.
I function like old people. I go to bed by 9 and I'm up by 6.
No, absolutely not.
That's 9 hours of sleep, dude.
Last time I was up by 6, I was in the military and they made me do it.
And if I go to bed late, if I go to bed at like when we finish recording, especially on the ones where you take us into like Tuesday morning, I'm up at 7 a.m. Right back up.
Nope. I do got to get better with that, though. I really do need this.
No, you don't, man. Your body got a rhythm. You ride with it.
I wake up.
You ain't hurt nobody. You grown. Shit.
I forgot that. I am grown. So, Foxy's videos of the week. one serious one because I wanted to play it now before instead of playing it Sunday. Again, when we keep telling y'all about the pastors and the Christians that need to speak up instead of being quiet and placating, and we're just gonna go our path, and that's the path.
Wait and die.
We're not gonna even worry about them. That's not our path. That's their path. And no, I want more Christians to start speaking up, and this is one of them dudes I was talking about.
Sometimes I hear pastors say things that absolutely blow me away, like this one.
You got preachers up here talking about they are against abortion. Good, so don't have one then. But don't impose your feelings on other people because your patriarchy is reckless. I don't think members of the LGBTQ plus community are of God. Good, you don't associate with them. But don't try to diminish somebody's humanity in Jesus' name because you don't understand the complexity of God's creativity.
Who else thinks I need to get this pastor on the podcast immediately?
You would be surprised to know that that is actually not an uncommon position to take in the black church, because when you know what it is to be persecuted and set upon, it's kind of hard. It's kind of easy to relate to those who are, but it is always refreshing to hear someone speak so plainly. It's one of those funny things, right? I think I said this before, where because I am a Reformed Christian, I'm not. I know I say it. I mean, I don't know, man. It's twisted, right? I wish they would step up more, but I can't really insist that they do because I walked away from them anyway, right? So it's like I can't look at another group and tell that group what they need. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, y'all go fight. But yeah, it's sad. And then, you know, man, I don't know if a lot of black Christians are aware, but one of the reasons why our churches are still so segregated is because it is a prevalent belief in many evangelical strains that our version, black folk version of Christianity isn't even legitimate. So that's one reason you don't have a lot of cohesion, because they don't believe that you believe right. They don't believe you're worshiping right. And that's why you're still sitting at the bottom, right? Because if you were doing right, you'd be up here, and you know, and it's really, really sad. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're reading the same book, but you're getting two different messages. You know, the evangelicals and the ruling white classes, because it's not all white people. They are on the Lion of Judah, and you got the black folks who are stuck on the Lamb of God. You know, lions and lambs, two different realities. And I don't know why Marlon just left me out here all by myself. Kind of rude if you think about it, because I don't really have much to talk about. Oh, hi Marlon, thank you for coming back.
I had to take care of something because of the next video, because I played the video really loud, and well, let me just go ahead and get to it because I don't think I can last much longer. And I still got something to do before I go to bed anyway. So yeah, I don't think I got it in me no more. Siri, play white noise.
Alexa, play white noise.
Facts don't care about feelings. All lives matter. Blue lives matter. Stop making this about race. I demand to speak to your manager. Just cooperate with the police and you'll be fine. I'm not racist, but...
Oh man,
Tell me
I
what the
did not
lie.
expect that. I legit thought it was gonna be like some weird folksy Christian music, because like that, I swear the music that you know, hey, I love some of y'all, but our musical tastes are way different. My and your music, you know, there's a lot of people who are more eclectic, listen to all kind of stuff. But like, I'll be at work and folk talking about music, and I'm like,
No,
I don't know that one.
I get
Oh.
what you're saying. Because I've done seen some music where people are losing their mind, jumping up and down, hooping and hollering. I'm listening to the music like,
Yeah, I listen to like, okay, so check this out. I am a dork. So if I'm not streaming music, I'm probably listening to like NPR on the radio. So you'll hear sometimes like this guy like multi-million songs sold and sells out arenas and blah blah blah, and but they say it in a real toned down way because it's NPR. But that's what they're doing, right? There's all these accolades for the person, and then the guy get on there, and then they'll play some of his music, and it'll be something like, and then I went on down the road, and the road was straight, and the road was straight, and I'm sitting here like, millions? This dude's famous?
the road was curved, but the God straightened it out.
It wouldn't even be Christian music, dude. It's just some weird, hokey music. Like, this is what you play for 5-year-olds while they're playing.
When you listen, I want you to go back and listen to folk music back in the 50s and 60s and the #1 songs back then. And it's just like, really?
Like Puff the Magic Dragon. I get it. It was a druggy song. But I've never been that high to where Puff the Magic Dragon was a good song. Puff the Magic Dragon.
I always grew up with that was being a kid's song.
The sea.
I always thought that was a kid's song. I'm sorry, you sung it like a kid's song. You said Puff the Magic Dragon. You can say it's about
had a cartoon and everything
about drugs. I'm still gonna look at it as I'm looking at something from the Electric Company.
Yeah, I'm still seeing a purple flying dinosaur. That's what I'm still seeing, man. But
I'm seeing something that could be a sidetrack on a Sesame Street record. Sorry, I know what it was now, but hey.
But that song was a bop back then, as the kids say. Like, these people were just whole fields full of people.
It was high as a
kite. The whole field worth of people just Puff the Magic Dragon. Huh?
We're picking on them. They was high as hell. We could pick on
Puff, but it was a lot of them.
As they was literally seeing Puff the Magic Dragon.
But it was a lot of them.
It was a lot of mushrooms.
And then, like, what's the other song? One is the loneliest number. I'm like, what is the loneliest number?
That was.
That song depressed me when I heard it for the first time. I'm like, that is a lonely number. That's a lonely number. Way you singing it.
California way. I actually like that song.
But then another one, this is not related to those. This is one that I used to go to a little small church in the country when I was in college. And they used to sing songs, and it would be like Jesus died yesterday, right? So they would sing that song, Jacob's Ladder. You know that one?
It sounds familiar.
Climbing Jacob's Ladder. Now, you can sing it at different tempos, but they sang it like that. You be in there like, you're right, man. The ladder, it's just, poor Jacob.
You can say that all you want to. I'm probably in the chair snoring by this point. Like, okay.
It was rough, man. It was rough.
All right, last video of the night. And it happens to be a Mickey video of the night, but not really, because it's actually a true statement. I actually had to look it up, and it was true. So now, here's the deal. It is a song. I need you to pay attention to the words of the song. That is the only thing I can tell you. Pay attention to the words of the song, and it will all make sense to you.
How old were you when you found out the Electric Slide song was talking about a dildo?
You can see it.
It's electric.
You gotta feel it.
It's electric.
Woo, it's shaking.
It's electric.
Riga miss a carrot, she's a puppet like a manic, she's a moving like a.
Is it really though, or did we just decide that's what
I
it is?
looked it up, and it's not 100% confirmed. But
Exactly.
at the very most, I can say that the myth has been out there for a long time, and it was not a dildo. They said it was a
But
vibrator.
I can't put it past it though, because here's where I'm going with this. Here's where I'm going. Now, first of all, I'm not sold that that's what it was about, but it very well could be, because they used to put messages in their songs. So, Puff the Magic Dragon, like we were just talking about, right? The Electric, was that really the Electric Slide song?
Yeah, that's the
That
original
don't
Electric
seem
Slide.
right. Okay, ain't the one I grew up on. Well, okay, so
That's the original.
so they got
That's the original
okay.
Electric Slide.
Yeah, I just don't remember the yeah, I don't remember it like that. But okay, but there's so many different versions of. So okay, cool. And then remember the song by the Village People, YMCA, right? You got conservative, die-hard, I can't stand the gays, and they get up and sing and dance to that song every single time, every wedding, every function. They play that song, right? But the song was about them the gay people having a safe place to go. So it's like
in the Navy.
Thank you. Right? It's like all of these were owed to the gay community, and here's where we can gather, and here's where you can be included and safe, and all these different things. And yet these diehard so-called Christians just be singing their little butt off.
Laughing at Mickey. Laughing my effing A off. Hell, I'm 74 and I never heard that it was a dildo song.
I'm like, did they have? Because I mean, like now they got the little dildos that like you literally couldn't see it. Like you put it in, the girl lady could put it up in the drawers and have a remote control, it's wireless and all that stuff. You don't even know what's going on. But back then, we talking about in the 70s, dildo probably was like 8 feet long because you had to plug it into the wall.
They were saying that's the song for it. And that's talking about vibrator. I don't know why he said it was supposed to be about a vibrator.
Oh, see, I didn't even consider the fact that a vibrator and a dildo are two different things. Thank you for educating me, my brother, because it's good to know that you know the difference between the different mechanical devices that exist out there. I did not know.
There are two different devices. It's two different.
That is good to know.
I have no idea.
I shall ask of you further questions because you have a much more diverse education in the arts of you never mind. So I don't want to know. I don't want to know because I am angelic.
You was good up until that damn point. I was going with you till you hit that point. But speaking of songs, since we're talking about songs, there's always been the one song that's famous, it's been around the world, and everybody should know it by now.
Why, yes, I'm an evil left-wing sheeple snowflake working for the deep state here to force your wives to get abortions and then leave you for transgender lesbians. Yes, it was us Antifa that stormed the Capitol to make you all look bad so that we can take your guns, spread communism, and blast Cardi B in your churches. And you're never gonna stop us, no, 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 you're never.
Oh, I can never get sick of that song.
Like mayonnaise.
You can look at me all you want. I'm never getting
Musical mayonnaise. That's what that was like.
Mayonnaise is good. And you'll tell everybody where they can find you. Actually, this will be the last week this weekend, ain't it? So we're gonna see you next week.
Yeah. We're gonna be down for a little minute, man. You know what I'm saying? For those of you who are fathers, happy Father's Day to you, each and every one of you. Happy Father's Day, Mr. Marlon. Happy Father's Day. Happy
new recliner.
You get a new recliner
with massage.
Oh, that's dope, man. Yeah, I need something like that, man. I ain't getting nothing like that, man. I might get some food, but I'll appreciate the food. And I don't even know what the right phrase is, man. Hey, in recognition of Juneteenth, you know what I'm saying? Big up to the Juneteenth, you know what I mean? It's coming through next week, you know. So, Juneteenth.
We will see.
I can't tell you where to find me because I ain't doing nothing right now.
Yeah, we'll see you next week. We'll see you next weekend.
We're talking about like recordings and stuff like that.
Nah. We'll see you.
That ain't my caller. I tried.
We'll see you at President DeSantis' inauguration. Got a lot to say about that. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, non-conforming individuals, and of course,
I'm assuming you're LGBTQ.
That is our show for tonight. I appreciate this coming on. Again, there will not be a Saturday Night Vibe tomorrow. We will see everybody next week. No, we won't. We will see everybody this Sunday for Radical Truth to Power. And until next time, we will see you when we see you. Peace.
All right, now make sure you vote for Biden. You know you want to. You know you want to. You know you want to.
Tracy wants to. Tracy loves Biden. Tracy can't stop talking
She's
about
a diehard Democrat.
Lord, she just talks and